the Pistons. And we're going to bring it to you live on 2K Sports. Great to have you with us, everybody, live on 2K Sports. Joined in the booth with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, this is Kevin Harlan. Our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. The Pistons hoping for a happy ending to close out their homestand before hitting the road. The putback. It's good on the putback.
The activity from Bamba when he's playing with a high motor, watch out.
Pass to Harden. Back to Holiday. Over Green. Green with the block. And the foul on Harden. That's his first foul. And the double up Antetokounmpo. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Antetokounmpo. Here's Holiday. And guys, veteran Danny Green moving north last summer as part of the Kawhi Leonard trade. Now in a Toronto Raptors uniform.
Yeah, and not the big name in that deal, obviously, but an important piece. Green is shown to be a very capable 3-and-D guy, and it's the next chapter in what has been a solid career for him. Defensively, you cause the miss, but then you have to corral it.
Well, that's the second part of the equation there. Block out, be aggressive, and control the glass.
Now here is Holiday. Back to Harden. His three-pointers off the mark.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the three.
For the Pistons, it's been a slow start here. 6-point game. They get it back. There's the three. Right side favors. Just 5 on the clock. The Pistons working the ball around now. The shot's good from Plumlee.
And boy, did they need that one. Their first make in the 5 field goal attempts they've had.
Pass to Bamba. And the dunk by Bamba.
And that 7'9" wingspan on full display there. Bamba swooping in with authority.
Hits it from 3-point range.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
And that misses everything.
Yeah, the defense cannot afford to be that lazy. You got to be up on the shooters at all times, especially at the mid-range.
Harden's shot is off.
I like the defensive effort. They did a good job altering the mid-range shot and then making the shooter feel a bit uneasy.
You really couldn't ask for a better finisher for that play. Bamba able to go above and beyond there. It makes him a humongous target.
Yeah, this is a terrible start for him, and it has to be weighing on him.
Poke loose. Here's Antetokounmpo. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession.
Some turnovers necessary. That one, not so much.
Pistons trail by 5. Pass to Harden. Over onto Antetokounmpo. Harden, that's good. Harden's got 5 points so far. Getting open in the NBA, not an easy task, and there are a lot of players that are so good moving off the ball.
I think the first couple guys that come to mind are J.J. Redick and Kyle Korver. Old school style in which they operate like a Rip Hamilton. And if you go back, Mitch Richmond, where they're using a multitude of screens, seemingly never stopping during an offensive possession and causing some kind of confusion. So J.J. and Kyle Korver are still doing exemplary jobs of off-ball movement.
And it's sent back by Plumlee.
Showing good shot blocking skills at times. Plumlee gets all of that one.
And the foul on Drew Holiday. That is his first foul of the game. Gay right side. Outside, Antetokounmpo. clock at 4. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. And the dunk by Bamba.
Giannis, if you talk about maturity, the next thing you're going to see is him playing with great patience. Let the play unfold and then take what the defense gives you. He seems to be forcing just a little bit out there. He needs to play a little calmer, a little smarter, with a little bit more poise if they're going to win this one.
Now here is Pirtle. Got a hand on it.
The main weapon in Bamba's attack, the slender long arms he possesses, helps him block lots of shots.
Here's Antetokounmpo. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Stolen by Harden.
Just careless. No other way to describe it to start the game. That's already his third miscue.
Here's Bamba. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And with Mohamed Bamba, one of the first things you notice is that 7'9" wingspan. I mean, yeah, he's got to add more muscle on that frame, but he can use that reach already to make an impact at both ends.
And with Bamba, in addition to his crazy length, you also get a player who's extremely smart.
How about getting scholarship offers from Ivy League schools, including Harvard? You can see him thinking on the court. He's deliberate in the things that he does. Bright, bright future ahead for him.
It's interesting as Giannis has grown in this league. The Greek Freak we know is so versatile, just competing to be one of the best players in the business.
Detroit, no good that time either.
Just doesn't seem to be shooting it with confidence, and the shots are going all over the place in this period.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Pass to Harden. Now Pirtle. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Pirtle's got his first 2 points of the night.
When Pirtle gets the rock deep inside, the D is toast. Can't allow him to get comfortable from there. And from the opening tip, they just crushed it. You see it now on the scoreboard.
Just incredible flow offensively. Everyone's doing their part. Let's see if they can sustain this early momentum.
But they get it back. And that one, good. Pirtle's got his second bucket tonight.
And Pirtle is always a threat to come away with offensive rebounds thanks to his amazing timing, especially when the D fails to box him out.
And so it's the San Antonio Spurs in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. We come back right after this. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Spurs?
A huge fan of how they have rotated here defensively, been able to challenge multiple shots.
And if you're rotating like that, it's got to be...
Whoa!
Wow. Good look out.
And really, Lynn has a terrific feel for this offense. Just seems to know whenever one of his guys is open.
To the paint. And finished off by Robinson.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside. Oh, my goodness. Save that one. I want to see that again.
Me too. Just absolutely beautiful. Pass to Harden. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Another shot. Back to Lynn. Now here's Harden. 5 on the clock. Inside. The basket good off the assist from Lynn. And 12 points for James Harden.
Yeah, I love watching Harden be aggressive inside. One of the most efficient scorers in our game. Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, guys, we see new players coming into prominence for the San Antonio Spurs. Now, Greg Popovich gives his veterans credit for accepting it gracefully and helping the young guys be successful. He says it's a tribute to their character and awareness. Kevin?
Well, they certainly have established a great culture in San Antonio. Really something. D.A., thank you. To the middle. Tries yet again. And that's 2 points on the layup. Harden's got 6 points in the quarter.
And Lynn is a sensational playmaker. Love how he zips passes over to his guys.
Pirtle with the steal. Kicks it out to Harden. And they cash in right away with the quick shot. Harden's got 16 points.
This guy is so tough to guard. He feels like he could take any challenge that the defense is going to throw at him.
Down low. Up again. Back to Robinson. It's deflected.
Wonderful anticipation from Pirtle on that one, positioning himself perfectly to send that one back.
Brent, for as long as Coach Popovich has been at the top of this game, what really is there left to say?
I don't think there's much more you say on a professional level, but there's a lot to be said about the compassion and the things that Pop has done on a personal level for years behind the scenes, championing guys on his staff, supporting not only current players but former players on his team. The interesting thing for Pop the last couple of years is just how outspoken he's been in terms of the equality, not just around the NBA but around our nation, and some of the statements he's made that have garnered a lot of political attention. Greg Popovich not afraid to express some of the things that maybe deep down we all believe in.
And the Pistons decide to take their first timeout right here.
And one thing they'll discuss are their defensive rotations. The other is in the matchups.
We're seeing very little help defense on the inside, and even when there is help, it's been ineffective.
Here's Hill. He lobs it up. Randolph grabs the board.
A highlight reel play all the way, just can't connect.
Man, what a missed opportunity there. Really just came down to some poor timing.
And he comes up with the deuce. 20 points for James Harden.
Yeah, this team would be in some bad shape, guys, if he wasn't scoring like this right now.
By himself. And Harden with the stuff.
A nice run they put together here to bring it a little closer.
And that's all you can do. Just chisel away at the lead. Keep believing in what you're doing.
And the basket by Hill. Over the last decade or so, a huge transformation, Brent, in the way games are played. Do you see any additional changes on the horizon?
I wonder if the league will think about, and I think it'd be interesting, if they had a three-point line that just disintegrated into the sideline. We have the split, and we have the archway, right? We go down the sidelines. It'd be really interesting if the league, maybe in Summer League, experimented with the three-point line being equidistant the whole way around.
And going right out of bounds.
Yeah, so right out of bounds, it eliminates the corner three. It would impact the way you would defend the corner shot, because now it doesn't have a value of 3. 1 point more for a shorter shot seems to be a little unfair as it is, and we know it's the most valuable shot in basketball.
There's no doubt.
But I wonder how that would look, and maybe Adam Silver and the committee will look at a Summer League where the three-point line just disappears in the sideline, eliminating the corner three. Well, after getting off to a great start, hitting those first 2 shots, he's definitely regressed a little bit in this quarter.
And And some changes here for the Spurs. And Antetokounmpo gets it to go.
I like how Giannis is inviting a little bit more contact and no longer shying away from it.
Back to Harden. Pass to Okafor. 6 to shoot. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And James Harden, last season's MVP, the runner-up in 2015, actually won the players' vote for MVP that season. But last season, he took home the official hardware.
Kevin, these are easy points. Remember, free throws.
If they increase the tempo, they got a chance at a 2-for-1.
Yeah, and you're going to have to get up a quick shot to make that happen. This is a guy whose mindset just never changes. Even when they're losing, he's always going to be aggressive.
11 feet away. And that one hits back iron.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
The Spurs shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. That free throw good from Thaddeus Young. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. Here's Harden. And that one goes long. Here's Antetokounmpo. And that's it for the first half of action in what's been a very close game here. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Pistons trailed by 5. Holiday with it. Now Green defending. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Brent, when you won your first championship back in 2005, you were inserted into the starting lineup in the playoffs against the Nuggets. What did that feel like?
Well, that was a lot of fun. I joked around a lot about I was replacing Manu in the starting lineup. It was very exciting to have that opportunity, and obviously that team that year going on to do great things. The goal we set out to do was win the championship. Mission accomplished.
Back to Harden. And out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession. San Antonio leading by 3. Here's Antetokounmpo. Bamba. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And superb at positioning himself on the offensive glass. Bamba's length is a big reason he gets these putback jams.
Stolen by Holiday. And the official signaled the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. There's the lob to the hoop.
And it's nice to see Bamba finding his groove. When he's in sync, he feels like he can make any shot.
Here's Harden. The shot missing. Great D that time from Green. And Antetokounmpo gets it to go. And now it's a 9-point San Antonio lead.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint. And they start the second half with 3 straight misses.
And so Holiday will bring it up for Detroit. Well, they've got the Lakers ahead of them after this game, and the next game it'll be played in Los Angeles. That'll be game 1 of a 4-game road trip. Got that one up quick. And the Spurs lead by 12.
When you're trying to space the floor, Green's the guy you want out there. The defense is forced to respect him from range.
Holiday looking over the floor. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The 3 from Harden. And again, it's the Pistons missing.
Well, he got off to a terrific start from the perimeter, but in the second half, he can't seem to build on that early success. So many highlights of Rudy Gay early on, challenging defenders at the rim. Another one there on the alley-oop.
Inside Holiday. Back to Harden. Shot to stop the run. And he gets the bucket. Plumlee's got his second bucket of the game to go.
That's what most want to see from Plumlee. Attack mode, pound the boards, have the confidence to finish off those kind of plays.
And Rudy Gay, Greg, has always been a fantastic scorer since he came into the NBA.
And Gay doesn't do as much scoring as he once did, but he has become more efficient. Doesn't have plays ran for him, gets looks through his instinct. And as he's gotten older, Gay has become even more crafty with how he scores.
Now a timeout called by Detroit. Around the world, Brent, we've seen the NBA take a role in helping youngsters learn to play the game of basketball the right way.
So incredible what Basketball Without Borders has done with the NBA junior program expanding itself. Last year in Treviso, for the first time, the NBA doing a combine for EuroLeague players so they can start a database of the older professional, younger professional players playing overseas. It's a global game. Adam Silver is doing a remarkable job of promoting the game, and we're in a great place, Kevin.
Back to Lynn. Harden with it. 28 points for him. The Pistons working the ball around now. Shoots over Curry. Kicks it out to Harden. No good with the triple.
Yeah, tough with his shot so far off right now. They're going to have to tap someone else to step up until he finds it. You think about a coach looking into the eyes of one of his players and telling him to match up with Giannis Antetokounmpo and all the things that he brings to the table. That's a long night of restlessness before you match up. Press up on him, he'll blow by you. In transition, he's at the rim in 2 dribbles. Tough to stop that kid.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. Antetokounmpo covers so much ground, Brent. He can almost go the entire length of the court in 2 dribbles.
Well, once he gets around towards the rim, his reach can make it seem like defenders aren't even there. Not just one defender, but multiple defenders. So it's unfair already, and you add that athleticism to what he can do. Wow, unstoppable offensive force.
Lynn looking it over. Now a timeout called by Detroit.
Yeah, you know, some of it's shot selection, some just bad luck, and they just can't get anything going.
Well, coming out of the timeout, let's see if they go for the outside shot or if they look to go inside and try to build some confidence by seeing that ball go in.
Pass to Harden. Over Curry. Harden, no good.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, the length of George Hill can create some problems for some defenders. Sometimes they're forced to foul him. They did there.
Yeah, you look at George Hill's game, and he doesn't wow you in any way, but he's a complete basketball player. Strong outside shooter, but might be most valuable defensively. Often regarded as one of the best defensive guards in the league.
Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. And the basket by Harden.
Yeah, you would think a coach might have talked to his defense about making the adjustment on him, but right now, he's just lighting him up.
Okafor with the steal. Pulls up on the elbow. And it comes off the front of the rim. And with Hill and his defense, perhaps what is best about it is that he can guard, Greg, both guard positions, and that makes him valuable.
Yeah, and that flexibility gives a coach and his lineup so much leeway. Hill has a great wingspan, about 6'9", and can be very disruptive defensively. Very good at fighting through screens to stick with his assignments as well.
1:24 left in the 3rd quarter. Harden with it. He's picked up by Hill.
just doesn't seem to have the same energy level after his terrific first half.
Back to Harden. Clock at 6. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
Yeah, that's pretty much a perfect pass, and that's also alliteration.
Hill drives in. Pass to Prince. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's on Emeka Okafor.
And looking at Prince's game, you know, he could be the ultimate complementary player. A good shooter, doesn't need a ton of touches, solid enough on defense, and is showing signs of improvement.
It always has this feeling that Taurean Prince is DeMarre Carroll 2.0 for this club. Good size, big frame, capable defender, but each year taking some strides on the offensive end to become more and more dangerous.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
And Harden finished second in MVP voting in 2017, won the MVP in 2018. A multi-talented combo guard who just seems to get better every season.
Fast break, Detroit. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Pass to Nene. Doesn't go that time. Pistons trail by 11. And here's Harden. Drops one in from the wing. Harden's got 37.
Was continuing to develop an overall game that was evident coming into the league. Gary Harris getting better at spotting the open man.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over.
Well, they've been turning that ball over way too much, and they really need to address this if they want to win this game. Huddle up, boys.
Detroit making a switch here. Nine seconds left to play here in the third. Pass to Robinson. To the inside. And slam dunk by Nene.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
And he rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. And as we end the third quarter, a great game. Both teams playing well. Spurs lead by... And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. Spurs leading by 8. Here's Hill. Outside Robinson. And it's Mason Plumlee with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Pistons on defense. Here's Nene over Plumlee. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. And that one misses.
Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. Here's Harden. And Harden with the stuff.
Enjoyed that unselfish play from Holiday for that swing pass to the open teammate.
And out of bounds, the Pistons will take it.
Yeah, just not good court awareness there. You cannot afford to be careless. That just leads to bad turnovers.
Pistons trail by 6. Out to Favors. Harden outside. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Way to attack there and then create the contact.
First personal foul.
And he makes the first.
Shooting free throws.
So he gets them both.
And they came out of the locker room after halftime with a much more physical approach than what we saw in that first half.
Who's got ball?
Come to me, come to me.
Outside Hill. Here's Curry. And it's sent back by Plumlee. And he gets it back. One-on-one fast break. Here's Harden. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Harden's got 43 points.
Well, you see the excellent skill set. And this is when you want to make an impact.
I feel like there's an uptick in the intensity as well. Fourth quarter, and it's closing time.
Here's Hill. He doesn't hit that one. And it's Detroit the other way. To tie it up. Robinson with the block. And they're able to recover. Harden gets the bucket.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Pass to Nene. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession.
Substitution on the court.
So it's Detroit now. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. Now here's Plumlee. Nice ball movement by Detroit. From deep, Harden. 4 on the clock. Detroit needs to get off a shot. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Well, time and score, you just can't have a costly error right now at this point in the game, guys.
Guys, some great passing from him.
Yeah, everybody's touching it, and you're starting to see the assists pile up because the rhythm is on display offensively.
And Brent, you look at Giannis Antetokounmpo's slashing game, standing what, maybe a hair under 7 foot tall. How do you even put it into words?
Well, it's hard to imagine a more perfect frame for today's game in terms of getting in transition, having a versatile offensive game, putting it down, getting to the rack. You know, the one thing that we're anxious to see is whether or not Giannis will develop the type of range from the three-point line that makes it respectable. Other than that, he's pretty much unstoppable.
And truth is, though he misses that one, it's a shot he normally makes.
Yeah, he has that kind of range, but maybe not that time the best judgment.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason, I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
San Antonio calls timeout. So Detroit going with an almost entire new group here. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Greg Popovich talking to his team during the break. He really got after him in the huddle. He said, look, you can rest after the game. You got to put it all out there if you want to win this one. Back to you guys.
And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. Outside, Lynn. Pass to Harden. And Harden with the stuff.
And I just love how aggressive Harden is inside. When he's deep like that, he is ready to finish with authority.
And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
And that's a tough call for the refs to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
You know, based on the response of the fans, I'd have to say they disagree with the officials on that one.
It's stolen by Green. Here's Antetokounmpo. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. 14 points for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Now, so exciting to see the growth of the Greek Freak. There are shots that stars sink, and that's a momentum changer right there.
It's deflected, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jakob Poeltl. That's his first foul. Spurs leading by 5. Here's Antetokounmpo.
And shooters are always wary when Poeltl is nearby. He really goes all out on defense.
And again, Detroit turns it over.
Poor decision making there. No idea what he's going for with that kind of pass in that situation.
Here's Bamba. No good there off the double clutch. And the Pistons with possession here. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth quarter. And the dunk by Poeltl.
In these types of situations, this team turns to Poeltl. He is more than ready for any challenge that comes his way.
Back to Harden. Pass to Poeltl. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Now just a 1-point San Antonio lead.
On the attack, he has that ability, trying to close this one out.
Well, beating one guy is one thing, but beating 5, heck of a job there. He's got the talent to finish, too.
And a little frustration now, missing on the catch and flush.
Sometimes the easy play is the right play. You take a chance when you go for that big finish.
First free throw is good, and that ties the game up. And so making both free throws, that'll give them the lead here.
Seems like the more that's at stake, the more he rises to the challenge.
So it's the Spurs now. Pass to Bamba. Back to Antetokounmpo. Lin with the steal. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break.
Well, that is NBA level right there.
No doubt. Professional move all the way. Puts the team on his back when it matters most.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
He drops the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
And Lin has really carved out a nice role for himself in our league. An effective two-way player who can score, rebound, pass, and defend.
Here's Antetokounmpo. It falls. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Big-time shot from young Giannis there. He feels more and more comfortable in these big moments.
Now Lin. It's Poeltl top of the key. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
And it's still within reach.
But only if they make every possession count from this point forward, and I mean every possession.
It's the first that brings them within 2.
And such an important contributor to his team's success over the years. It's amazing that Green was a second-round pick and coming out of a big school at that.
Full speed ahead. I mean, they have been in control since the opening tip, and that may have sealed the deal.
I can imagine a lot of things right now, but a comeback, that's not one of them.
It's tipped. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. And so the big win by Detroit in a tight game. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall trust this group has in one another when it matters most. Doing what had to be done and to send these fans home happy.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.